After a sunny, warm day yesterday, we're going to see a cold front here start to make its way on down, and that's going to bring in a couple things. One of them is a little bit of wildfire smoke, so the air quality index is forecast to become moderate today. Not too bad, but something to keep updated, especially if you're part of a sensitive group. And it's also going to allow to initiate some showers. And you can see on Southern Rare, we have some making its way through the Twin Ports, mainly out there in Itasca County, and even making its way into the UP. And so these showers are going to continue moving off to the southeast, and you'll notice once we get into afternoon and evening, it won't end, as we're going to see some scattered thunderstorms and showers start to crop up as we get, as I mentioned, into the afternoon and evening. And there is a little bit of a severe threat, so any storms can potentially have some damaging winds to keep an eye on, but most of them won't. It's only marginal risk, but again, you need to keep on it and probably have an umbrella handy with you as you get out today. And we're going to talk about temperatures today because it's going to be another warm one into the 80s, a little bit cooler in northern Minnesota in the air ahead because of that cold front, but we're going to see a little bit of a change into Thursday. For most of us, still going to be into the 80s, so the warmth is just going to continue to persist, but you notice a little bit of a change by Lake Superior as coastal communities are expected to be a little bit cooler thanks to the lake breeze. And in fact, it's going to be a pretty good difference. Here in Duluth, the difference between hillside and being right by the lake could be up to 10 degrees or even more, so it's going to bring a little bit relief. But as I mentioned, for the rest of us, it is going to continue to be warm and is going to really max out on Friday, where we're going to be 10 to 15 degrees above the seasonal average for highs. And that's going to look like 80s and even into the 90s. So our 4th of July is going to be a hot one, and it's also going to be a very muggy one as well, pushing the heat index pretty high up there as well, which is why we do expect moderate to major heat risk as we get into Friday. So no, a lot of us are going to be outside enjoying 4th of July. Just make sure to be drinking plenty of water, listening to your body, because you don't want to get heat exhaustion or heat stroke, as it could become very dangerous very quickly. And this is why we're going to have two systems making their way up, and it's going to be drawing in that warm, humid air out of the south. But these storms are also going to bring in some storms with them. And you can see here on Friday, a little bit of action possible early on, but the real action is going to really begin late Friday going into Saturday. You can see it here, and right now it's just like green and yellow blobs. These are likely going to be some storms, and it's going to move through into Saturday as well. And it does have a severe threat. It's right now marginal risk centered right on the Northland. Again, it's mostly going to be winds with that. And there's an excessive rainfall risk as well, especially in northern Minnesota, where we at times could expect some pretty heavy rainfall, maybe some flash flooding we need to keep an eye on. And as we go beyond that later into the weekend to next week, we finally do get legitimate relief from the heat, as we do expect cooler temperatures to make their way in. So looking at our 7-day forecast, the warmth is going to continue for a bit longer. 4th of July, still enjoy, even though the weather conditions aren't going to be the best, but we're going to finally get relief as we get later into next week.